Hi, I'd just like to give you a quick rundown of the features in 1003 of DayTrader. First thing we've done is we've actually improved the memory utilization massively. So right now I've got DayTrader running. I'm actually running 18 depth and sales and quite a few auction visitors. I'm not actually sure how many. You can see the memory utilization is 215 meg. Now before running this kind of workspace it was more like 1.3, 1.4 gigabytes. But we've reduced that, so you should expect to see a memory reduction 80, 90% depending on your setup. So that's the first thing. You're also going to notice it's going to be a lot faster to start up as well. Now the other thing we've done is we've added a line that shows where we traded. Now we had a line before, we had like a yellow horizontal line, and that showed us the last price we traded for that interval. So in a 10-second interval, the yellow line would draw where we last traded. This line now, it's more like a bar chart where it shows every price we traded in that interval. So it gives you a much clearer view on where the highs and lows were. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking it looks a bit dull. And of course, it does look a bit dull. We've actually gone to a more neutral color scheme. And the reason we've done that is because before, the bid and offers colors, the offers up here and the bid colors, we had red up here and blue down here. So we had red, we had blue, and we had both going from dark to white. Now the problem with that, having those color schemes, they look very pretty, but when you try to overlay something on top of those, it doesn't really matter which color you pick, there's going to be some shade where that color becomes invisible. And that was one of the reasons we put this shadow around the large trade circles, which is just helps it kind of give it extra contrast between the circle and the background. So what we've done, we've bit the bullet and said, well, people are going to know where the bids are because they'll be under where we trade, and people will know where the offers are because they'll be over where we trade. And as we move forward and we add more things to the Vista chart, we'll be able to make them easily visible. Whereas if we had the red and the blue, things would just fade out at times. You really wouldn't be able to make out the lines. So we've changed the color scheme. What we've also done is we've changed the way the settings work for Vista. So we've got a whole bunch of more settings for Vista. You've got the offer colors there that you can set, and you've got the bid colors there. So if you think, oh man, these guys at Jigsaw aren't right, I'm sure I can do a color scheme with red and blue bids and offers and make everything stand out. Well, if you can do that, I would love to see that. And if you do that, well, certainly make that a part of one of the default templates. As you do that, if you do decide to play with that, what I would do is actually look at this color blender here. You can see the link there. What it lets you do, it lets you select a color. Well, first of all, it lets you set midpoint. So we're going to use 6 midpoints because we've got 8 colors. And if you've got 8 colors, there's a 1, there's an 8, and there's 6 in between, which is why it's based on midpoints. And we can just say, well, let's pick a starting color like a red, and let's pick an ending color like a white. And then we can blend those colors. And you can actually use those colors then. You can see the RGB codes doesn't stand out that well. 63, 83, 88. We could just put the 15300 in and that would transpose that color to there. We've made it a lot more flexible, a lot more settings. I'll admit it's not as pretty as it was, but it's certainly as functional as it was, and actually gives us a lot more information because now we can really see where it traded and we can start to draw other things around that. So I hope you like it. If you don't, please email Dave at support. If you like it, please email me, and I will see you at the next release. Thank you.